Okay. Hello? Hey, hero.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Um, you might want to turn the cannons on a ship to just on, because A, they can actually shoot down the stuff, which will just help you get around more easily. Second, if you look in Nomite, they prioritize automatically from defense to particulate doubles and ships to struck to land.
Hmm.
So you can just leave them on, and whenever one of those Mr. Lays comes in range, you'll just shoot them dead.
Gotcha. Oh, and I got the sound fixed, so hopefully we should both be hearing a two-sided conversation on YouTube when we watch this later.
Awesome stuff.
Yep. This is like my favorite game.
It's just been silent for the last like how many minutes has the stream gone on?
Yeah.
Also, another thing that you might want to do is see if you can get gate 5 open, like a tool.
Gate
To,
5.
gate 5. Over where the Omni and Amphium factories are. You see
Oh,
the
yeah. Yeah, I've
there?
got to get it unmired over here.
You should be able to.
It's got a 20, so...
That area. You need to open gate 10. Where's gate 10? Do you have access to gate 10?
Good question.
I don't think you do. I don't see gate 10 anywhere within your territory.
I'm even looking for a gate 10.
You can also hover over the gates themselves to see where they're linked to. So if you go up to where gate 10 is, next to your command ship.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, you should. Where's that?
It's right here.
Over there. Right there. Yeah, I do think that's worth. Ooh, you're opening yourself on 2 fronts. Let me just check the minor counts. I don't think you should do that. That's
Right.
a bad idea.
Yeah, I did that earlier, and I was like, whoa, hey, there's all this stuff open.
Yeah, you should probably just invade it from the bottom like you're already doing.
Right.
You should also get some more on these down south, because apparently you're struggling over there.
Yeah, I just finally got this area.
You might be able to activate. Get your cannon boy in range for that. Because they do have a port. It's not in range. Like, the green range is the range of the port, where the ship can send energy.
Right.
You want to see how there's just that one thing that looks like a defense cannon, but it doesn't actually have the defense cannon down south in the corner? No, in the down. Those. Those are dynamic structures. You need to feed them energy, and they will release a gigantic burst of particles.
Yeah, I've opened up like I think I've hit one of them, if not 2 of them so far.
Yeah, you should be able to get one of the cannon ships in range, and because they have a port, they'll be able to power it up that way.
Okay.
It's nice to do that, because it'll just help your fire boys out. Uh-oh, your cascade failure, right?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't see some of this stuff, and it's like, I look back and I'm like, oh crap, I've missed some of that.
Yeah. That's why it's handy to have 2 people looking.
Yeah.
Thanks to do that.
Yeah, so I've been trying to slowly work my way over here, but it's like I got the 70 here, got a couple of them around here, so it's like I've been trying to get to this one.
What you might be able to do is, I noticed that you have literally every gate that you own open. Sometimes it's actually, no, that's actually not true. But sometimes it's just smart to close a gate that you already have opened off, for the sake of not having to deal with it from battle, or to lower the power of some other area.
Right.
That's trying to flood in on. These Mr. Leaves a lot are getting on my nerves right about.
Yeah, they're kind of annoying.
Really blowing up the energy mines.
Well, that's the reason why I have one of these turrets next to all of them.
Are you able to get defensive stuff to attack? The to get defensive trucks by any chance? Yes, you are. You should get that, because that can royally mess them up. Note how they constantly fly over them?
Right, as soon as I get this going.
Yeah, you almost have another Amsterdam up. There you go. Now you're able to get it. Now your mines also have a lathe to help themselves out.
Right.
You like that. That mine's helping you lathe up that cannon ship. Speaking of
Yeah.
cannon ship, there's another one over there. You also have 2 unbuilt omnis, so you should probably set those up. No,
Oh yeah.
no big deal in not having those. So.
Grumble, grumble.
Yep. Oh, also that energy mine has laid down an enemy energy mine.
Yeah.
That's why I like defensive trucks so much. They just do that.
Gotcha.
And defensive truck is just useful in general, especially if you have like a bunch of particulates trying to hit the energy mine constantly. Having up defensive trucks can help a lot. Because
Right.
what that means is you don't need to leave part of your firepower at the energy mine node. It might be capable of dealing with it itself.
Yeah. Get another cannon boy going.
Yep. You also have another Omni range to go. Watch out, because you're getting into Mark 7 range over there.
Oh.
Yeah, watch out, Captain Mark 7 over there. Yeah, there he goes. He's already shooting at you.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a Varro. Speaking of Varros, any ships on my map series are going to become a thing literally the next mission. That's going to be pretty significant. That actually opens up a lot of options for me to use.
Gotcha.
Well, you have an enemy defense cannon over there who's just fired up. And in the corner.
Yeah.
Just build your Omni next to him.
True.
You'll then empty energy mine all the way over yonder into my point of flame.
Yeah, I was trying to catch it earlier, but then I realized this was already built.
Captain Mark 7 doesn't actually shoot anything that's on the ground. Mark
Well, the
7 are unable to hit anything except for flying stuff.
Right, when I tried to move the Omni over to get this one.
Yeah, the mines kind of shot you, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, hey, good, it's working now.
There you go, and he'll just deal with those 2 energy mines for you and lay out all of that struck. Look at him go.
Yep.
Rip.
Hey. Just trying to figure out where to go next. So many gates are open.
Let me go.
Looks like I can do gate 12 here.
Gate 12 over there. You should be able to take on gate 12.
Yeah.
Hold up. So look what else opens up. Nothing does. So just get it.
Right.
Open that up. And all yours. Get an energy mine who will charge up the derelict up there and collect your Omni for you.
Oh, it's already getting me the Omni.
Yeah. There's defensive truck, especially on these maps, is just so useful because you can just get the energy mine and you don't have to worry about a lot of this stuff.
Right.
What you might be able to do is just bomb rush the Varro. Oh, the Varro is dead. Go get it.
Ooh, where's the Pharaoh?
Varro is rebuilding down there. You see it?
Yeah, I'm just...
You might want to get your cannon ship as close to it as you can so that you can start taking it down in pronto. I would also amp him the one that you just moved up. Amp him the one that you're moving. There. Because now, what should be happening is they get in range and start killing the crap out of that thing.
Yep.
Before it even has a chance to do anything.
Booyah.
Now you just leave that guy there and he'll deal with that Varro once and for all. It
Right.
will also do the same for the majority of the other ships.
Yep.
Once you kill them now, they're probably not going to be respawning for a while.
Exactly.
Most for a few more tiles. would do that if I were you. The cannon ship inside. Or have to nudge them over a few more tiles. That you might be able to start hitting those ships sooner. Yeah, there we go.
Gotcha.
Another one over there. I'm setting them up too. More cannon shells that you have flying across the screen, the better. At least the ships aren't as much of a bother anymore.
Right.
If you want to know something funny, you can get the point defense lasers just in range of an enemy ship core. They can't do anything. They cannot build at all.
Nice.
Assuming you have enough defense lasers to do so. Like 3 or something is enough to constantly keep one part suppressed. So they literally can't build, but they also cannot die unless you just shoot them by a cannon. And it's cascade failure. Mine's blowing up left, right, and center. Or wait, no, that's it. Glorious space wreckage. You should be able to open up K10 in it if you have more than enough on me. And that's a mess sucker up.
Because here's 10 down here, which just gets...
There's also a J10 down there. Oh, that's a 40. Yikes.
Right, and there's a 25, here's a 4, here's a 50.
Every Omni you have powers 6,000 Meyer power of 5, so every 20 means 100.
Okay.
You have 120 Meyer power. Now 125. You should be able to handle it. Assuming
Gotcha.
everything is connected, of course. So, in all honesty, go for it.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, you should watch it.
Oh, hell yeah.
It doesn't have a chance. It does not have a chance in hell.
Nope.
Everything down there is now all of a sudden yours. You should be able to open Network B now as well, now with that massive cascade failure happening.
Okay.
And you should also probably get some laves going, because I see you have a bunch of those blue X's. You get your command ship to go over to the 2 blue X's up there.
Yeah.
But we just lace those down and the blades just stuck with. You don't need to build a normally for it, but you can. Stop it. Glorious explosions everywhere. Pretty sure all you need to do is just get rid of those last few ships constructed areas. You got a bunch of Omnis now, so you should be able to...
I already moved one down here.
Yeah, building more will just make it go by faster.
True.
Going to claim that energy mine will then claim their other energy mine. That's why I like it.
Right.
It makes your mine so much more useful.
Oh, hey, we're done.
Done. GG.
Alright, so yeah, I've done a couple of these, as you've probably seen.
Yeah, you've busted through 3 already, as long as I have been here. I'm gonna hit you with a question that I've been asking you for a while. Did you bother looking up the Allegiance series that I'm working on?
Yeah, sure.
That is horrendously misspelled.
Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah, I've actually been the one that has misspelled it. If you look in the TFE map maker stats, the new maps, yeah, you should be able to see that it's different. There's an I in front of the E and the, and yeah, it's just horrendously misspelled.
Okay, I'm looking in the no mic chat you were doing. Sorry, I wasn't seeing what you were typing.
It's entirely fine. Might as well just type the thing in there.
Yeah. So how do we spell it?
You type like that.
Gotcha.
Because I horrendously misspelled.
Let's see what happens with that.
Map numero 1. That's the latest map. Emissary is the latest one. You can check the descriptions on each of them to see what map it is.
Okay. 12th map.
Yep.
Nice little bit of lag.
Yep. Glorious lag. That's not where it is. Note that it's not by the same author. Mine are literally all tagged by Emeregence. They're Allegiance first slice. That's the first one.
Alright, let's hit it.
You'll immediately run into a different thing. I recommend you get mine dischargers to deal with the stunner early game. Because it could take a second for the Skylar to get up.
Okay. Anything else you would recommend I get?
I generally recommend getting mine production increase at just regardless, because I generally start you off with a decent energy source. Getting it up will just help in the long run.
Okay, and then the Omni Reactors is always smart.
Omni Reactors is just always handy. Unless you're just not going to be using Omnis early game, which is the case on a few of the Allegiance maps.
Yeah.
This is where he starts. The HQ has been pre-spawned on every level.
Okay. That's good to know.
I advise getting both your Jovinet Destroyer up ASAP. Just moving out towards the blue strap, towards the blue plasma. And yep, A-Lave is also advised. I would advise you just bomb rush for the Skylar up north.
Okay.
With your HQ. Because there is an emitter right there, and if you don't hurry it up, you'll need to go deal with it some other way.
Yeah.
I also advise you start sending one of your Omnis northward. Just once you can collect those 3 anthems up there.
Yeah.
You already got a bunch of particulate assaulting you from the south. You might want to go get some friends over there.
Yeah.
Don't take my tank to refuel a lave. A lave hardly consumes any energy.
Hmm.
It's really not worth the trouble. Go ahead and have yourself a look at what the Skylar has. Has in stock for you.
Yeah.
Got a lot of lasers up the front, which will mean it's a very powerful brawler unit.
Oh yeah.
It's also got a shield, so you can use it to face tank some stuff if you need to.
Nice. Just sending this guy.
Driven out to protect the Omnis. They can take a bunch of particulate, don't you worry. Also, look at that cannon going crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, E-shots are 3 health if I remember my map correctly. So those are more than well capable of holding the burn.
Cool.
You also might want to move your Omnis up to higher terrain, because fun fact, fluids, the mire acts somewhat like a fluid. So, yeah, it has some trouble flowing uphill.
Gotcha. I did not know that.
Now you do.
Knowing's half the battle.
Yeah. And if you have a Omni on or a Mire spawner at all on higher grounds, its Mire will be able to reach up on the higher terrain regardless. Any Mire gens that are on lower terrain will still need some time before they can actually get up on the higher terrain.
Hmm.
Really interesting how it works. Also, if that amps him, I just advise you amp up the Skylar.
Okay.
Or your Joker. Either or. So again, I advise the Skylar because it has a reactor, it has a guppy, it has a discharge, it has a bunch of stuff that you might like.
Right.
You might want to send your Joven over into the Decade's plasma suite so its particle cannon can repair it. The little blue thing on its nose.
Mm.
Skylar has two of them. Bunch of items you can stick in your stuff. I right about this time just advise go look whatever the hell you want. Sonic cannon, mine, yeah, mine cannon, whatever the hell you want.
Okay.
Then comes the stunner. Yes, somebody the emitter down south does grow struck. You can be able to show enemy structing in order to see it. You gonna stand up the late and Skylar with it? Skylar can Skylar might be able to just bum rush for the energy mine since it does have a gut speed.
Right.
Again, it has 6 lasers up its face, so you can just send it straight into a bunch of spinning particulates to wither it down real quick.
Right.
Also, I noticed you're trying to keep your ship like very close to the energy mine. I don't think you should be doing that.
Okay.
Having your ships more clumped and together is advisable. So move your mine tank forward more towards the back end of the Skylar so its short range can actually cover your stuff.
Okay.
Because with Guppy, it'll be able to just retrieve energy whenever the hell it wants.
Right.
You also have one more energy pod if you want it. Then in your turn, you have one more energy pod.
Yeah, didn't forget about that one.
Yeah. What I often do sometimes on that is just I flat out remove energy pods later game because they can really get in the way.
Mm.
Yeah, like if you're trying to land an Omni somewhere, energy pods actually get in the way if they're on the lap.
Gotcha.
So later game, if I have more than enough energy to work with, I generally just ditch them. Also, yes, you can destroy unbuilt energy pods for the few PvP players that may or may not be watching.
Yeah.
One Omni won't cut it there, Captain. You've got a Mire total of 8 on that island, and the emitter slowly cacking out a few particulates. The one Omni just will not cut it. Also, that would be a nice one to get defensive struck on. That energy mine out there, especially the way you're handling the map right now.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. Smart of you leaving the Scarlet right there doing a thing. Because he can.
Yep. And I already got the land increase, so I knew that this one would be able to take care of this.
Land production increase doesn't mean you produce more Mire from your Omnis. It's flat out.
Oh, I didn't.
You gain more energy from.
Okay.
You gain plus 50% energy off of land energy increase. So in other words, if you have 10 energy from land, you gain 15 energy from land. With the upgrade fully efficient. Excuse me.
No worries.
another thing that you might like to know about the Emeregence series is I've based it off of the campaign, so it'll have a very campaigny feel.
Okay.
So some of the ships that you're going to be getting later on, most notably the Hydra, boy howdy, they are a step up and then some from the campaign ships.
Nice.
Look at that defensive structure just eating the particulates.
Mm-hmm.
It does not care. That's why I like it so much, because you only need to hold the mine for a very small amount of time.
Right.
Move build speed increase, I'd go for. It's just generally useful.
Exactly.
On all my on any playthrough, if I have 3 items to start with, the ones that I get are mine energy increase, omnireactors, and move build speed increase. I want move build speed increase early game so I can so that my omnis have a much higher movement speed, so I can perform early game omni bombs much faster.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's something that I noticed. You are a turtler.
Yes, very much so.
How you play the game. Also, you like how I place that emitter and land around it just in a way that it doesn't, that you can't really put late in there.
Yeah.
Version you can use omnis. You can still put the late in there. I have done that on my own plays. Also,
Yeah.
Somebody got a whopping time of 1.5 hours on this map.
How?
I have no idea. I don't know if they just went AFK or whatever, or put the game on 4x speed and just went to take a crap, but they did somehow.
Yeah.
You've got an emitter down south.
Yep, now I have this one.
That has been pissing at you for the last forever. You might want to drop. You can use your HQ to. Oh, also the Amsterdam factory is depleted, so you can just kind of move your Omni from down south.
Yeah.
You're able to move him to the thing, the land that has 2 Amsterdams on it. Also, I noticed that you go for tech way too much. Fun fact, you can hold shift to set waypoint. You can hold shift whilst moving an Omni to set waypoint for it. It doesn't work with shift, sadly, but oh well.
Right.
Also, yes, that is 2 lasers up there, and they both have 2 particle cannons each. So
Okay.
you might want to be a bit more careful.
Yeah.
Skylar is more than well able to handle them, mainly due to the fact that it has 6 lasers up its face, so it can just kind of melt it, literally. Also, the emitters in the Emeregence series often tend to drop amp or an energy source, so keep that in the back of your head. If you notice that you're out of energy range, you might just want to rush an emitter and you'll get one. Later on in the Emeregence series, this becomes a lot less prominent.
Okay.
You've also let that emitter down there struck up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Kind of just inconvenient for you to get to it now. You can't.
Yeah.
So move your destroyer and your boy down there. Joven. I always call the Joven the Hoven with an H. Just for whatever reason. There's a fun fact about me. I would ditch land production increase if I were you and amp up one of your ships. You also might want to get your friendo in there. You want to get your Micro tanker over there? Because those guys kind of don't have any energy.
Keep forgetting these.
Yeah. I mean, for Scholar, you don't need to worry about it, because A, it has a reactor, and B, it has a guppy. It's just more than fine.
Right.
But your other boys over there definitely still need power.
Very much so. Normally I don't get it in Yeah, normally I don't get him involved, but yeah.
It's actually advisable to get your HQ involved on the Legion series. You're actually forced to in the third map.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to lose the HQ. You have more than enough room to recover. That's
Yeah.
one thing that I hate about some maps. Is you just don't have any room for recovery. Once you make one floor, you just go down.
Right.
You also you're gonna collect that other engine. Ow. Down there on the Southern Isle. I think that's Ireland. Jesus.
Yeah. I try to remember a lot of this stuff, and I sometimes a lot of the
Your brain
times
just
overlook.
turns off.
Yeah.
Let's amp up your Hoven there. Your Hoven. Text and test rates are not really worth it. Might want to let your lathes do some more work. Just, you know, they're lathes after all. They can take extra.
Yeah.
There's no point in having them not do them. There you go. Mine will be able to take care of the rest. For a bum rush, you might want to move the Skylar node forward.
Hmm.
Just having him up in the emitter space is just helpful.
Right.
Especially if this one, because it emits some pretty beefy particulate. There's your energy range, and now you can start stacking double islands. Oh, another thing that I advise you do is go into your menu, to your visual, graphics, leave it under graphics, particle coloring, set it to health and not velocity, because that way you have a better judgment of how strong the particulates are.
Hmm.
You can hit apply, and what will happen is you'll notice a certain something on those lathe doubles. Once you notice, they are now lighter colored in general. That means their particulates are not strong at all. They are tier 1 health.
Hmm. My screen went all wacky.
Why did your screen go nuts?
As it changed the resolution.
Ah, okay. Fire double. From here, you'll need your omnis to be able to do anything else. I advise you just do Shift O on your keyboard. Shift O. That selects every omni on the map.
Hmm. Yeah, I've been trying to learn a lot of these keyboard shortcuts. That's a good one.
Yeah, and you can hit O for your omnis if you have any unbuilt.
Okay. Because you'll probably notice when I'm playing like CW4 or whatever, it's like I'm always clicking up in the menu and dragging it down because I don't know these keyboard shortcuts.
Usually, those keyboard shortcuts are literally just on your number board. You can just hit 1 through 0 and you'll select things.
Right.
At least that was how it was at Creeper World 3. I don't know how that holds up with Creeper World 4.
I think it's the same.
And that's that double shooting at kid a sec. And there he goes. Now you've made him.
Aww.
Don't worry, Meyer actually degrades doppels. He'll be more than fine.
Yep.
Also, you shouldn't be afraid of losing on these. Especially
Right.
if you just have all of it selected. What I generally advise you do is if you notice that you cannot hold up your fronts, just grab all your omnis and omni-bomb any Meyer Star on RCC.
Hmm. I should really put a different place for my indicator of my stream status, because
Yeah,
I have it in the middle of the top.
you literally just have it up in the middle of the screen. I actually advise you move it to like one of the corners of the screen.
Yeah. Usually I
Then
have in
you'll
the
get
top right.
yeah, yeah. That is where I'd have it just in general.
38 hours.
38. Jesus fucking Christ! Well, there
Wow.
goes the monetization, but good lord.
Yeah, I know that I'm not the fastest, but geez, at least I did it in 20 minutes.
Yeah, at least you got average time. Jesus, God Almighty.
Right. I'm going to see if I can move that indicator real quick.
All right, you do that.
Yeah, well, it didn't move.
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Wait, you can see it?
Yeah, yeah, I can. It does appear on the Discord screen.
Ah, okay.
Speaking of Discord, join the Discord. How are
Yeah.
we all doing?
Well, I forgot that I'm streaming it on both YouTube and Discord, so I forgot.
Yeah.
Now I would do
Yeah,
Twitch too.
hold up. What?
I would do Twitch too, but it doesn't have push to talk.
Yeah, that's kind of a
Alright, so top 100 is 10 minutes on this one.
Yep.
Now I can see it much better.
Yeah, and you can actually read what they're saying.
Exactly. License manager.
Yeah, that's what it's called. That's actually what it is called in game.
Gotcha.
If you play through story mode, they'll mention that it's called that.
Yeah, I think I've beaten the story mode, but that was like a year and a half ago, 2 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Note how the enemy defense scanner is down there? That thing will kick your shit in if you're not there.
Gotcha.
It is very rapid fire and does not take that terribly long to charge, so it also doesn't have the greatest of fair warning, the energy range on that mine is real small. You could hover
Okay.
over the energy nodes in order to see.
Ugh.
Yeah, so you might want to reset, redo your starter build there.
Yeah.
That is no range at all.
Make sure I can at least build these.
Yeah, I'd also move your HQ position to cover the pods more, like that. The worm also the worm is up north. You can already see the red HPs is flying from the southern end.
Yeah.
Just the little random bits of land around there.
Yeah. Just enough to
Also,
piss
you
people
like
off.
Yeah. Also, you like how the main shape of the wreck is somewhat reminiscent of the worm itself?
Hmm.
Also, you have your text again.
Mm-hmm.
Mine production, on reactors, and move build speed. Move build speed increase are usually ones that I start with.
Gotcha.
Move build speed is just useful in general because you can get your ships up literally twice as fast.
Yeah.
And just speed in general if you need to move your armies. Also, I gave you 8 armies this time because I'm a benevolent map creator.
Alright.
And it might be a little too much Omni for your mind to handle early game, so you want to move those up into the high ground ASAP.
Right. And they all have Omni reactors, so it's all good.
Yeah, it'll be fine, but it'll still. Here's the thing with how Omni reactors interact with the mines. It'll only stop requesting energy packets entirely once it hits 100%.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it'll still tank your energy early on. Just keep that in mind and move those out of the way as soon as you're able to.
Right.
Your HQ will also just be more than well capable of picking up the amp
Yeah.
Also, as you can see, there are two Meyer spawners over there who must be out-mired
Yeah.
on the outside. That, by the way, is a very aggressive doppel. Don't be afraid to yeet your lathe into it if you need to. No, seriously, just don't be afraid to yeet your lathe into that doppel. Because he's gonna ram you anyway.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Just going to let him wreck himself. And it's better to sacrifice something that isn't as very useful, like the lathe, in order to just do that.
Roger.
I'm pretty sure there is also a stunner on this map. It would. You go check that for me for a sec? I mean, I'm on my Reaper right now, so. No, there are no stunners on the map, okay.
Okay.
Also, my ships have descriptions. Hold shift when you have the thing selected or are hovering over them to see. Hold shift to see description. Worm and other creatures that will be coming up later in the series, they are generally pretty niche, so they can be very useful. How
Gotcha.
they work is you are supposed to charge them up at your energy source, and then just pull them along with the fleet. What that will
Okay.
allow you to do is essentially extend your operation time for a while, which might buy you that crucial little bit of extra time that you need in order to take down an emitter.
Gotcha.
Hold shift to set waypoints. Or for an Omni bomb, I see.
Yep. I remember you saying the shift, so yay.
Nice. Also, your micro tank is building the worm. Kamikaze mission. Clear into it, the cannons and stuff should be able to handle it for the rest.
Yeah, I knew I was not going to have a lot of room around here, so I got the tank down in order to be able to build the other stuff.
Alright. Luckily, you have your Omnis over there, so you should be able to murder that thing permanently in a short time. In other words, right now.
Right. Oh, I missed it. Oh well.
That's fine. Now, when it dies now, it'll be dead once and for all.
Exactly.
You've got an Anthem to use. Oh, you have two.
Defensive structure or...
Defensive struct will help you because it'll allow you to take your HQ away from the Anthem factory. It isn't actually in range for that. And just having it on in general is just useful.
Right on.
Especially for that one power energy mine down there. Look at the Star Fury cannon going absolutely ballistic.
Yeah.
Told you, that thing will melt you if you aren't careful.
Right.
and be gone.
You see, it's like what I told Virtu. When I understand what's going to be happening, I can be a lot more responsive. I can plan for it better. I can be better around it. But it's like if I don't know what's going to happen, I really am and very risk averse. I turtle.
Yeah. My maps, you generally don't have to worry about some random shenanigans, so especially now that I am here, I'll just warn you if there's going to be some shenanigan happening. Now,
Shenanigan.
at this point is advice. So the mine cannon's kind of useless for you. There
Right.
aren't many energy mines here at school.
Okay.
Just release energy mines, but take it into omni cannons instead. Because
Okay.
you still have one pretty beefy land area to capture, especially now that it's fully mired, in particular, are backing up in there.
Right. So it'd almost be better if I was to come around here to the edge and try to take this out first.
Yeah, it would indeed be better for you to just bomb rush for the southern end.
Okay.
And your range increase will help you or main energy mine, but that's about the end of that.
Right.
You generally don't get energy range at all because it's such a niche thing that you really don't need.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't stream nor record this game, but if I ever did, if you see me get energy range increase, you know that it's either a necessity or I just shit don't have anything else to upgrade. I'd start getting your Skylar up involved in there. It is also able to attack a lot of what that Star Fury cannon has to fire at you.
Okay.
Mainly due to its cannon being so far back, and something you should know about every one of my ships, every last bit of unused space is armor.
Okay.
So they are able to tank a lot of stuff.
Gotcha. So I don't see a range indicator on this.
On where? On the cannon? No.
Yeah.
There is indeed not an energy range indicator, though it's a pretty large range. I don't advise you go now, but let it unload itself one more time, and then just rush for it.
Gotcha.
With all of your omnis. I also advise you build your omnis back at your starting location. Sometimes just rebuilding them is better and more efficient.
Right. Yeah, I've started to learn that.
It's about to start unloading for another round. To get all your omnis ready to go, just hold the commands over already. And firing. Oh, it's shooting at you. Careful. Ooh. Ooh.
Ouch.
Go. You don't have any time left.
Right.
The thing is, however, that cannon is a convert cannon. So you'll be able to claim it once it's done doing its thing.
Yeah.
Murder the Meyer spawner, take over the cannon, and you're good to go. That's what you call an omnibomb, because all of them explode.
Nice.
Yeah, but now that cannon won't be bothering you at all, so you can just rush your Skylar into the emitter area if you can. Just stick its face first in there. And not
Gotcha.
the lace the actual Skylar, because otherwise that lace is going to get wrecked by the amount of particulate. Then, there we go. And again, it has 6 entire lasers and shields, so it'll be more than fine handling that.
Okay.
See? Emeregence ain't doing nothing anymore. And your particle cannons will just refill the plasma.
Yep.
You also might want to land your omnis on the high ground and not the low ground there, Captain.
Yeah. It looks like it got a little bit of a foothold.
Yeah, mainly due to the fact that the Mars spawners are up on the high ground, so they have a pretty significant advantage over you.
Hmm.
Also, yes, you are able to build.
Yeah.
Thanks
That I
to
did
both
know.
the worm, yeah, thanks to both the worm and the micro tanker.
Yeah.
You might also want to move either of the two up because your laser doesn't have energy. Yep. Fire up that Star Fury cannon, let her rip. At this rate, I'd call for just amping up your laser, doing some other shenanigans.
Okay. What laser? I don't understand.
Hold up, what? I told you to amp up the lathe,
Oh,
both of the lathes, because it does actually give them more range, which is just helpful.
right.
That means you can almost stuff them behind the Skylar and still kill that emitter down there. And trust me, you're gonna need the Skylar in order to help you with that.
Oh, yeah.
You look at the amount of particulate coming out of that thing. Setting up your Omnis on the edge there will also help you, just with Omni cannons. Just
Gotcha.
helpful in general. The Myers gun, if they ever get too close to you, they'll get shot.
Yep.
You don't need to stay in energy range for a Skylar to work. He has a guppy and he also has a reactor. You can just stuff him in the face of that thing right out of the gate. Which is advised, because then you just kind of, quote unquote, silence it. That looks a little painful.
Yeah.
Just a little.
But it gets the job done.
There you go.
Not the top 100.
Oof. Also, on the third map, read the map description.
Okay.
38 and a half hours. I actually made a comment on it. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. It really isn't that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but this is the map where you're forced to use your HQ in order to take down emitters.
Okay.
So amping it up to have it be a bit more safe is advisable. You doing something over there?
Yeah, sorry. Virtue's chatting up on Steam.
Ah, nice. I have 2 pings on Discord. Hold up.
Sorry, I'm chatting with Virtue.
You do that. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily mind.
Yeah. He's commenting your audio's a little low, but that's fine.
Oof. Yeah, my mic is just crappy in general.
Right on. No worries.
I mean, I can fix it. I'll just be off the call for a hot second because I need to actually turn off my headset because that's the reason why its mic is god awful.
No worries.
Yeah, give me a sec to do that.
Yep, yep.
I'll be.
Sir,
Yep, yep.
how much better is the mic on my iPad alone?
Clearer and louder.
Yeah, it's so much better, just in general.
Right.
Note that your leaves are the one that have been replaced.
Right, I see that. And which means we need to use the HQ to lathe.
Yep.
Right. Alright, 1 second and I'll get going on this.
Alright, you do that.
Yeah, since Virtue said he was hopped on, I'm like, oh, I'm wondering who all is on YouTube, so I'm just checking it real quick.
Alright then. I mean, I can go onto a split screen and watch both ends if you want me to.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I see that we've had at most 4.
Actually, close to some shenanigan with the voice. Because then I hear it here, like, immediately, and then again, like, a bit later, which isn't exactly helpful.
Right on. And hey there, Hawken and Jake Doe and Virtue. Sorry if I got your name wrong. Alright.
Your HQ is up north.
Yep.
The 2 ships we have here are the Wolf, which has 8 missiles, and the X-3, who holds 2 reactors, 6 cannons, 6 lasers, and a tank.
Wow.
And an entire 4 particle cannons, the little blue things that sweep up and remove plasma.
Nice.
Just... yeah. If you notice, with this one, I don't think you start with amp gems.
You did. Had 3. I've already used them.
Alright.
Like you suggest, Mine Production, Move, and Omni.
Yep. That's just the general setup. I advise that for any player of this game. Just
Exactly.
get those 3, you're practically set for early game. Having move build speed earlier than later is just better in general.
Right. And here we go.
Beware, there is Emergent on here, so you might want to
Yeah.
quickly get that wolf.
Yeah.
That your HQ is freed up.
And I'm gonna Omni Bomb here as well.
Alright, also you are massively overbuilding.
Oh.
Yeah, that my tank is dead. Yeah, there we go. Just the 2 cruisers and then getting up the Wolf next would be better.
Gotcha.
I also would move my HQ back into energy range if I were you. And yes,
Right.
there is an emitter on this map that just spams a million plasmas everywhere.
Yep,
Let
yep.
them go. I do advise getting rid of them as soon as you can.
Absolutely.
It's just annoying to deal with. I also believe particulate over mired land is on this map, so once an area is mired, the particulate will just be able to go clear over it.
Ooh.
Rip Skylar.
Yeah.
As I said, you were majorly overbuilding.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little. Getting up land production increase would also help your energy situation out if you need to.
Okay.
So now that you're actually collecting the energy pods, you should be fine.
Okay.
There's a free amp gem for you.
Yep,
And
yep.
by free, I obviously mean you don't get it via the amp gem factory.
Yeah. There's only 3 gems in that one, so.
Yeah.
Omni Cannon? Or
What I would recommend you get would be either Omni Cannons or land production increase. Land production increase if you're just shit struggling on energy, and otherwise if you just need your Omnis to do more things.
Right. Okay.
The emitter on that small asteroid currently under view drops an energy mine, by the way, if you want it.
Okay.
There's your emergence already.
Yeah, I hate those.
You can actually fit that Omni on the little peninsula on the far end. Right.
Yeah, good observation.
Yeah, I've played this game like a lot, so I can just judge certain things like that.
Couldn't tell.
Also, I'm just gonna say it, and I'll keep saying it more often than this. Fuck Emergence.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like, for
Yeah.
whatever dumb reason, it always either slams clean into all of your Omnis, or appears directly below them.
Exactly.
Annoying.
Exactly. And I apologize. While I personally have no problem with some language, just want to bring it to your attention.
I'm trying to not swear as much as possible, especially because monetization exists.
Yeah. While I don't have it yet, I would like to get it eventually. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Someone
those are
is
gone.
messaging over here. Vertu has joined the server. Welcome.
Hey, welcome. As I completely stepped away from the game. Oh. That was good lucky I didn't get killed.
Get up Omni Cannons is useful in general, especially on this map because you're gonna need your Omnis.
Yep. I was thinking about trying. Oh, I could either do here or over here.
Also, look at your Omnis messing up the Emergent.
Yeah,
It's beautiful to see.
very much so.
I'm just rebuttaling.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to Omni Bomb down here so that way I can get the Omni and
Rip.
get that.
Rip literally all the energy on the Skylar. Good thing it has a reactor, so it'll just be able to reduce on its own.
Yeah,
At least it discharged some of it.
right.
There's another amp gem. Why did I just assume an accent that I don't even know? Jesus Christ. Why?
Yeah, alright, so... Think Mine Cannon?
Is also just useful to help you defend your land.
Right.
I'd advise you go get the X-3, which is on the northeast of the map.
Hmm.
Over there. You need to bust through that emitter, and you, given the fact that you have both the micro tank and the worm up already, you should be able to take your HQ, micro tank, and wolf, and just go deal with it.
Right on.
Getting the worm in front of the face tank for you is actually a smart move.
Oh, that was by accident. But hey, why not?
Yeah. Having the worm is just not terribly smart to have it face tanking, but you can certainly use it as just a wall.
Right. It's like the hammer, but slightly more useful.
It's the hammer, except it pulls energy and doesn't have particle beams, but lasers.
Yeah.
And is actually able to move at a decent speed through plasma.
Mm-hmm.
There's the one complaint that I have about the hammer. Like, it's so horrendously slow. Like, you need to send it almost 15 seconds in advance before you move the rest of your fleet for it to arrive on time.
Jeez.
It's slow.
Yeah.
Rip your cruiser up there. It's gonna get stunned.
Yeah.
Oh well. I also see that you're taking Skylar over to Captain Plasma.
Yep. I was working it down that way.
Yeah. It's also a good thing that you brought the worm along, because it has 2 extra cannons for you to use in order to demire that line. Also, another thing that bugs me is you've left some red mire up on that top asteroid if you want to go deal with that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
It's advised to do that given Emergent exists on the map and you don't want to have it suddenly appear and slam into an ass end of your ship.
Gotcha.
There you go, you got another ram gem. I would advise you upgrade either the Wolf or the Skylar. Or you save it for the X-3, because it has 3 cannons on it, or 4 cannons on it.
Yeah, there's going to be another gem here in a moment, so...
Oh yeah. My ignored typos, I was too lazy to fix them. But yeah, the X-3 is the definition of a brawler. It's really good. Like, look what it has by just hovering over its icon. Currently it's less good to see, but once it's built, you'll be able to see. It has 6 lasers, 4 cannons, 2 reactors, a tank, and 4 particle beams. More than enough stuff for it to be able to hold an emitter on its own.
Nice. I know it doesn't need it, but it also helps.
Yeah. Just having it there will be helpful in general.
Right.
You'll actually need your HQ.
Right, I was just thinking about that.
You forgot.
Yeah. I'm like, damn it.
Get your X-3 up front, because it's very fast at dealing with plasma.
Okay.
And better yet, you don't even need to leave it in the energy range. You can just have it out there and do its own thing once its reactors are up.
Right on.
Actually, with a ship you'll be getting later called the Generator, it just has 9 reactors on it, which is very helpful.
Okay.
What I advise you do is you wait until its first 3 reactors are built, and then you just move it out of energy range, move its cab out of energy range. And it'll just build itself over time, which can help your front if you're struggling with energy.
Right on.
And there's another ramp jump for you. There's 2 actually.
Yep.
That last one I drop on the Wolf.
Good idea.
Also, for those wondering, the reason why I have the Amp Jam Factory is for those of you that turtle and are hyper conscious about energy, like they do not overbuild whatsoever.
Unlike me.
Yeah. That's the reason why I have the Amp Jam Factory there, is so that they can amp up their crap early on and head out. Though the downside is I generally always have a plasma spammer emitter on the map, which will just make traversing more annoying.
Yeah.
Won't be detrimental, it'll just be irritating. There's another Omni for you. You want it. You might want to move either your micro tank or the worm in range, actually, if you're building those. There you go.
Oh, yeah. That does help. Getting them set to come over here and doing that one.
Yep. Now that the emergent numbers are... Oh, you're omni-bombing the main emitter already. Ooh.
Yeah.
Good thing you're doing that early, because Mr. Struck down south is kind of being a jerkwad.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
That's why I hate emergent.
Yeah.
It's a prime example of screw you emergent for the day.
Yeah. Alright.
You have an Omni up there if you can, because you can move it, because the Amgen factory is just depleted now.
Right.
Proceed to move it literally down into the same asteroid and not somewhere where it'll be helpful.
Well, I was going to move them all at the same time type of thing.
Okay, just rush.
Exactly.
Also, quick heads up. There are not a lot of energy sources on the map, so at this point, it would be advised for you to send your worm up back to the main area. Also, get down your cruisers and your boy Joven.
Okay.
But yeah, currently, what you can just do is move your worm back up, and it'll fill back up.
Gotcha.
That's the way freighters are intended to work. You can just kind of have them do things on their own.
Okay. Ooh, another energy.
For you if you want one.
Yep.
If you want, you can drop it on the cruisers.
Okay. And I'll have another energy source here in a moment.
Correct. I'm gonna check if anybody's chatting in any of the Discord channels. Nope, all clear.
Cool, thank you. I appreciate you looking.
Yeah, I'll just do that occasionally.
Right on.
Just I watch the stream on full screen.
Yeah.
That's why you have the wolf. Go.
Exactly.
Go. Emergent, go away, come back another never.
Exactly.
Mr. Struck-a-lot down there is going to be a bit annoying now.
Yeah.
Well, it is a Mr. Struck-a-lot after all.
But that's why I brought the big bull.
Yep. That's why you got the X-3 and Skylar, both with amp jumps, because they got, more notably the X-3, because it has 4 cannons, is able to deal with Struck relatively quickly because of that.
Exactly.
It's also got a bunch of particle cannons, so Plasma is no match. Will be dealt with in no time.
Yep.
Also, it feels really weird for me to be seeing this without any lag. Believe it or not, my Cooper is so slow, it's essentially like running on half speed constantly.
Gotcha. That's what Virtu was commenting the other day. He was helping me out with one of his Nexius maps here in Particle Fleet, and he was like, "It's so weird to see this running at 1x at normal speed." And so I was like, "Here, let me put it down to half for you."
That relates so much. Speaking of the Nexius maps, I actually do like them, though I think, especially because of the ramping difficulty, making both a bum rush and a turtle strategy viable, with both up and down sides on either end.
Yeah.
I actually do really like that, though the problem that I see is with the turtle type maps, or like, if you turtle, it goes agonizingly slow.
Yeah.
At least this was the case on Nexus 1. I haven't played any of the other maps because of this factor, but...
Well, yeah. Virtu did say that Nexus 1 is the hardest map of the series, so it should not be as hard going forward, but I haven't played any of the others as well yet, but I was going to try to here shortly. And I actually need to step away for a moment, so I'm going to pause the game and I'll be right back.
Alright. You could also leave the game running to have the XF3 and others clear out the Struck. Or not. Enjoy the music, you all.
Alright, sorry about that.
That's totally fine. I don't really mind.
Oh wow, it actually handles it pretty well at 4x.
I, at this rate, would advise that you put like the wolf in charge of handling the emitter, just kind of bomb rushing it through the lower struck area, the lower where it's thin.
Okay, I'm sorry. What?
Grab the wolf, move it downwards, and just bomb rush it through the stem, through the thin little struck bit right there. Just kind of bomb rush it clear through there, so it can just deal with the emitter shenanigans right out of the gate, which will leave your other ships able to deal with the struck. Also, don't be afraid to use the Skylar as a ram. Yeah, it does have a shield, so it's able to take twice as much as you think it is. Because what shields do is they flat apply a 50% damage reduction.
Nice.
At a cost of a solid bunch of energy.
Mm.
It is also smart, by the way, to leave the worm within energy range if you have the capacity to do it, and just use it as a almost like a relay.
Right. Yeah, I was just actually doing that.
Yeah, you're doing that right now.
Yeah.
That is also something that I do myself on some of the later maps, where the energy sources are kind of all over the place, or just hardly existent. Extending my range as far as I can is generally my first priority on those.
Okay.
That was also how I handled the second map. I just got up the micro tank as soon as I could, so that I had more than enough space to build.
Mm.
Alright, Mr. Struck is down. Also, the darker Struck right there is called Armored Struck. It's literally just twice as strong. That's all it is.
Gotcha.
But it also takes twice as long to build and grow. That's
Okay.
actually also the type of Struck that Defensive Struck yields. Armored Struck. Speaking of Struck, you can actually build your own Struck in this.
Huh, okay.
By hitting the Edit Struck thing, you can build your own Struck. If you need to literally pull a Donald Trump, you can. There's also one more island over there if you want to get rid of some extra mire.
Yeah.
Or are you just gonna Omnibomb right now?
I was going to Omnibomb, but I was going to try to protect him as much as I could.
Alright. That means move your cruisers into range.
Exactly.
Go for your Hoven, because he does also have a missile. And there you go, send it.
So what's the win condition on this? Is that...
Where those Omnis go? That's why I like move build speed increase so much. I can just send them going across the screen very quickly.
Exactly. So what's the
But
win
that
condition?
also affects ships.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yep. So what's the win condition on this?
Also, what did you say?
What's the win condition?
Destroy all enemy structures. So you just go murder that last emitter over there, or mire spawner, and you'll be good.
Okay.
Oh, and you also need to collect that last Omni down there.
Gotcha.
Because require all collection is on. Leaving them to mire the island for a sec is advisable. Just
Right.
have them deal with it. Less emergent for you. For you to be dealing with anyway. You just don't have emergent in general. Oh,
Ooh.
ooh, that was not great of you to do.
That's what we call in the technical
It's
world a
not like-
whoopsie.
That's what you call a whoopsie. On a few of the later maps, you cannot pull that. Lose mission on HQ destruction is on those.
Gotcha.
You might want to move your worm up, by the way. And also re-grab that Amgen with your Omnis.
Yeah. I put it up to 4x to speed it up and whoops.
That's... yeah. That was what we, in technical, that is what we, with technical terms, call an oops.
Exactly.
Murder that emitter.
Yeah.
Meyer thing. Meyer spawner. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Burp. Then add another ram gem for you.
Yay. Not that I
you
use
need
it.
You don't need it anymore. Your ships are essentially forfeit. You got a pretty average time on that.
Okay. Yeah, considering I screwed up.
Yeah. Also, another fun fact you might like to know about all of the ships, they do have their own personality if you read. X-3 is a lot like Ogun, in a way. Like, it just Captain Guns a lot.
Okay. So now time for 4.
And for number 4. This one's actually interesting because you'll see some AI-controlled Skylars and X-3s on this one. And you do have a lot of energy to work with, but you also got a lot of doubles to deal with.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Yes, a few.
There, that's an entire 7 of them. Or 6. I can't count. You ever have that where you just fail to count it entirely? Note that the
Yeah.
doppels won't actually come for you. I thought I had it that way at first, where it just bum rushed at you. So I decided to not do that.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah. Instead of doing an initial delay, because I just don't like doing that in general, especially because the timing of it confuses me because it's in ticks and not in seconds. I would much rather if it were in seconds and not ticks. Like, yeah. But if that were, I would have put an initial delay on it otherwise, but I decided just against that.
Gotcha.
Just have sitting over there and just buff them with a bit of armor instead. Doppel armor. Because yes, that is a thing.
Okay.
You'll be actually be able to see the doppel armor with now that you have the thing set to health and not velocity. Watch out, you've got some friendos coming for you.
Yeah.
Also, you have a absolute hell horde of energy for yourself to use.
Yeah, I was not going hog wild like I did last time because of what you'd said, so I'm just like, okay, be more cautious.
It also isn't a great idea to do that on this map either, because as you can tell, the AI ships do still use a bit of energy. The good thing is they all have reactors, so once they are done chewing up your energy, they don't anymore.
I need to step away again real quick, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you should leave the game running.
You sure?
Yeah. Again,
Okay.
There's no downside to it aside from Captain Plasma to do anything. Also, you have a constructor who has 3 entire lathes, though it's a very fragile frame.
Okay.
Note that that thing is faster than the Joven.
Nice.
It has an entire 3 engines on it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Alright. Find the emergent. You've got a bunch of cannons over there, so you'll be able to deal with it.
Alright, sorry about that, I'm back.
Welcome back. Meantime, Emergence has tried to attack you twice, but failed miserably.
Right on.
I also advise that you go Omnibomb over there. That energy mine also has a very short range.
Gotcha.
Also, as you can see on the main island here, there are 3 cannons. 2 of them are the same, the 2 outer ones that still have power. You've probably already seen the middle one in action, though I'll describe them nonetheless. The 2 outer cannons are very high fire rate, weak bullet cannons, though they hardly consume any energy either. They can just keep going. The middle one, however, only fires 3 rounds on a gigantic amount of energy that it needs. However, those rounds blast clear through essentially anything.
Nice.
There's also some field shenanigan going on this map, so you might want to turn on show fields. You can see it.
Show field.
Show fields, up in the top. No, it's not in the menu, up in the thing where it has your energy stuff.
Gotcha.
There's also show enemy struck, so you can see where the enemy is building their struck.
Okay.
Oh, there's a bull that's running rampant over there. There's a squiggly worm going on over there. Yeah, I've got a bunch of different emitters going on.
Gotcha.
That one up there just has a gigantic bowl of particulate that will really ruin your day once you start going for it if you don't have the firepower to deal with it, which, trust me, you do. You have more than enough firepower to deal with it.
Right on.
So yeah, as you can see, the Joven and the Cruiser Doppels actually have armor. Go look. Up the Doppel Islands. See how their edges are darker? That's where they have armor.
Gotcha.
Emergent, go away, come again another day. You got an Amcham, by the way?
what should I put it on?
I put it on defense instruction, yeah, so that you have all of your omnis available for just handling the stuff up on the double island.
Hmm.
Assuming, of course, you are fast enough to get there. Mr. Plasma has also kind of covered the entire map already. That's the eastmost emitter. The northeast one. That's the one who is being Captain Plasma.
Okay.
You also might want to move your constructor with you. I see you trying to go for Mr. Orbs.
Yeah.
Well, don't move directly where the field is telling them to yeet. It's
Right.
not exactly a bright idea.
Yeah.
You should be able to just get the constructor up in there and deal with it. Also, you have another ramp gem. Well, don't move him into the orbs.
Oops.
That is what we call, in practical terms, an oops.
Exactly.
Well, everybody makes a miserable failure every so often.
Yeah, some of us like to do it more than once.
Yep. You should probably also amp up one of your beefy units, like more notably like the X-3 or the Wolf. Cannons go! You can also amp up your constructor in order to increase your lathe range on it. Which is actually a smart idea, so you can have it sit further back, because it hardly has 80 range.
Yeah.
Also not making use of the third lathe.
It worked.
What works, works. If it works, don't change it. Don't try
Right.
to fix it.
If it's stupid and it works, it wasn't stupid.
Alright.
Slow it back down to 1x, because I'm like, well, wait, why is it going so fast?
2x and then intensifies. Also, Captain Struck has kind of gone that absolutely bananas over there.
Yeah.
That's one who's covered in all of those particulate. Oh boy, that lathe just shunted all of those particulate heads. You've got a wave coming for you.
Nice.
Oof, you might want to amp up your wolf next, because that's a lot of pretty beefy emergence.
Okay.
There's your amp gem.
Yep.
How many more does that factory even have left?
Two.
Alright. Also, you like how that big blob of particulate over there is actually trying to push itself out of the field towards you? It's just kind of a little niche thing. Also, watch out, Mr. Destroyer is shooting at you.
Yeah.
At this rate, if you get any amp gems, just drop them on your ships. You don't really have any text that you really want, quote
Right.
unquote. I also advise that you put your micro tank up as far north as you can, as far forward in the fleet, so that it powers everything instead of your tanker and worm. Because though the worm does hold, because how tanks work, is if a ship has a tank, it will not send, and the other ship has a port also. The ships will try to balance the amount of energy between the two.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the worm doesn't actually hold its full 1050. It just holds the 500 or the 550. Sorry, or my brain. It doesn't actually hold the 1050 that it has. Instead, it only holds a 550 that the tanker also has.
1 second.
All right. Got another ram gem on the way. Here it is.
Family needs me again. I'll be right back.
Yeah, same. And I am here again. Here we go. Or if you're wondering, no, I am not the one looking at the YouTube tab. That's just BVF. I'm just watching on the Discord end. Simply for the sake of, so I actually hear him immediately, and we're actually able to, go back and forth. That blade double is literally smack dab on top of the thing and defending it. Beautiful. Hello,
Yep.
welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Look at the lathe. It's smack dab on top of its double spawner, and it's just sitting there. Doing nothing. Also, Cruiser and Destroyer are both shooting at you, so is the Joven now.
Nice.
Yeah. That's gonna make capturing that island a bit more annoying to do, but oh well.
That's fine.
Also, you're firing missiles into the big blob of particulate over there, which is actually a good thing. If you want to whittle that down as far as you can before you send something in that.
Right.
There's another amp jump for you. You might want to drop that on your other cruiser.
Exactly.
That's also the last amp jump, so you should probably get your Omnis moving. Just have them essentially on standby, just over there, out of the way.
Exactly.
You might also should probably attack from the other side of the island, like the west side of the island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the doubles don't exactly concentrate there. So just have your Omni sitting somewhere, just at the ready.
Okay.
You're gonna need your constructor over there if you're at all gonna try to do anything.
Yeah.
You also might want to leave the rest of their ships like
Yeah.
with energy. I mean, the worm holds energy, so does the mighty tank with its guppy, but
Yeah.
mighty tank doesn't really supply that much, does it? Especially
No.
over that long of a distance. And that's why I like the generator so much. It doesn't matter how far away you are. It just produces power, and nobody's gonna stop it from producing power.
Right.
We're sure you get it literally next mission, also.
Nice. So I'm trying to get a couple of at least one or two defensive ships over here to help the constructor when I go over to the emitter.
To the top one, Mr. Plasmaster.
Right.
I would advise getting rid of him, because otherwise he's just gonna start filling in the space you already covered, and he's kind of already done that with the majority of the area.
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that a cruiser? Yeah, it was a cruiser.
Oh, I did it again, didn't I?
No, you send it clear through an entire Lotus truck. He should be fine. If anything hits him right now, he'll just be lighter and get over there faster.
Unless the engines get
Unless
hit.
they snipe his engine. He should be more than well capable of making that.
Yeah. But at least get him healing sooner, faster.
Yeah. Sooner the better.
Exactly.
Also, are you using scroll wheel to tell your ships where to face?
Yes.
You can hold down M for fine tuning, and you can also click and drag in order to aim them exactly where you want them to aim.
Gotcha. I just usually like doing it on a 90 degrees, so the scroll wheel works fine for me.
Same. I don't really use the fine tuning unless I'm dealing with any ship that has a grabber on it.
Hmm.
Because when I actually direct my particulate, I want them to go exactly where I want them to go, and not like 3 feet off to the left or right.
Right.
So you're just gonna assault to those guys.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that you're using the worm exactly how you're supposed to use it, to just be a temporary energy source.
Exactly. So I got the big tank up here to try to power everything, the micro tank to be where it just doesn't give enough. And then the worm to be just enough for this expedition over here.
Yep. So you might want to work fast, because again, it is limited, so you need to get her done real quick.
Right.
And got him. And you actually get an energy source and an amgem off of this.
Nice.
There you go. There's your amgem. Now, what do you want to amp up? Because you got a lot of options. Amping up the
Right.
Joven could help.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
There's a bit more missile and a bit more cannon going on. Literally all of the doppels are trying to shoot you now. Thing is,
That's
they're
fine.
covered by land, so they don't really do a lot. Now it's time for you to waypoint your Omnis over there. You also might want to go take down Mr. Strux a lot over there before
Yeah.
he gets in your way. Ooh, that's a risky play. I saw what you were gonna try to do. You might want to get your ships on whittling that horde down first.
Yeah.
Get your X3 and Skylar on it.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it, but I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't.
You should.
Well, yeah, I do. I know I have to, but yeah. Just pulling him back for a moment. Strategic retreat.
Alright. Tactical retreat. Always a sign of somebody being smart.
Yeah. Because I want to get him full before I go ahead and start attacking these.
Yeah, you wanna load up the worm. as you do with any freighter. You just fill it up before you
Yep.
send it off.
Exactly.
There we go, it's full now. Here we go, Omni Bomb. The Omnis are going to struggle for a bit, because keep in mind, those Doppels are all shooting, and they are all producing particulate on top of the land, being annoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they aren't going to last very long.
No. Worth a shot.
Yeah. What I advise you do is you pull your fleet out of there. Speaking of pulling out of there, you might want to shove your constructor off somewhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pull the nukes with the destroyer.
Yeah.
What I advise you do is you just retreat your fleet out of there so that the Doppels stop being a pain in the backside, and you just use your Omnis for the rest of the mission. That's how I do it anyway, and it works flawlessly.
Okay.
So yeah, just get your folks on there, deal with Captain Strux a lot, and you should be good.
Okay.
You want him to grab some energy, as you should. Smart move having those two in front, because they have lasers and a lot of them, so they don't really care about a lot of particulate running at them.
Right, and they also have their own power.
Yeah. Speaking of power, the XH3 is struggling a bit.
Yeah.
Mainly due to the fact of your boys just not having the guppies over there as of this moment.
Yeah.
That's what you have the worm for.
Precisely.
Get a nice big surge of energy flowing through here. All of that energy is just getting dumped into the X-3. Literally all of the energy is just getting sent into the X-3. Also, you might want to send the worm to pull in some more.
Yep.
There we go, Captain Struxalot is now down. So just pull your fleet out of there and let the Omnis do the rest of the work. Because you really don't want those Doppels shooting at you at all, if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
Also, you got a solid, way above average time over there. Half an hour is not shabby, but it's definitely suboptimal.
Right.
Because I managed to do this map in like 10 minutes in-game time.
Yeah. Well, I've also stepped away and let it run.
Yeah, that is also true. Notice how much easier it is for your Omnis to actually do their job. Look at that knobhead over there.
Yeah.
Wow, that blade is so dense of itself. Jesus
Yep, yep.
Christ. Good thing is, you are now miring. So that means those leaves are not going to be in the way for that there. What the heck? Look at the Joven! That's a Joven. That doesn't look like a Joven at all. That looks like something entirely different.
Yep, yep.
Rip 2 Omnis. Because Mr. Dead's over there. Oh, he's
Yep.
running right at you too. Wow.
We didn't learn the first time.
Yep. Now he's in a lot of pain. And he's gonna kill himself on a mire. Haha. Also, have you already taken down the mire spawner on here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I omni-bombed him earlier.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that. You might want to move. You might want to move, sir. Get wrecked by an Omni, stupid doppel.
Right.
Also, getting like the worm or the micro tanker in range of the land is advisable. Just somebody in range of the land.
Yeah.
You don't be far in range of the land, just in range. Just simply for the fact of that you could just build them on the land immediately. Saves a bunch of time.
Right.
Speaking of saving time, I'd move up on the higher level right about now. The Omnis. Just so that you can mire that area much faster.
Right.
And also to provide a bit more cover, much quicker for the few dense doppels that are over here. Especially that cruiser and Joven, because those have armor and those are going to be very annoying to deal with if you don't have that.
Yeah.
Rip. Good thing is you can just build them over there now.
Yep.
Oh, rip.
Also, one thing I learned is I can drag and they can make.
Yeah, that's actually something that you should just learn very quickly.
Yeah, I actually learned that today, if not yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That double strander run you through up there.
Mm-hmm. Try.
He's gonna die now. He got wrecked by an Omni. Nice.
Yep.
That guy just sumoed an Omni. Great. Here goes another one. He's gonna die now. Bye.
Yep.
Jesus. Well, you only have 2 doppel spawners left, so if you can kill one, that's just gonna be
That much better.
That's just more free space for you.
Right.
Pretty sure that destroyer over there belongs to one of the 2 spawners left.
Yeah. Damn you.
He's like, no, you don't.
Not today, Sonny Jim.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the destroyer belongs to that 7-1.
And now it doesn't.
He gone for good once he gets gone once.
Damn you.
What is it with these novels just being like, no thank you?
Right?
There it goes again! They are more annoying than Emergence. That says something. You are kidding me.
Yeah.
No cigar, not this time.
Yeah. At least I'm not the worst.
Yeah. You with Deathman with an entire 12 hours.
Jeez.
Good lord.
Yeah.
That is a serious turtle.
Yeah, really. Alright, I need to be go ahead and calling it for right now, but I appreciate your taking the time and coaching me through all this. It was really appreciated. I did like that.
Yeah, if you're doing a PvE stream again, just tell me, I'll be right there.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
True that. Yeah, sorry. Virtu was just mentioning an idea. Whoever's with me, do the coaching on Nexus 2. Yeah, that would. Yeah.
I'll well, yeah. We'll see you a lot another time, I guess.
Yep. All right.